Boria, if somebody has to have angst against Gautam, it's me. Right? Gautam, the coach, has got a job to do. For in many ways, even if he thought that I must move on, or Virat must move on, or Rohit must move on, it's okay, it's fine. Because he has a job to do. And at that particular instance, if I felt bitter about it, that's also okay. I don't know what Virat thinks of this, but if he doesn't get to 10,000 marks and it's not there on the chart, does Virat come low in my evaluation for me? No. I think Virat is a phenomenal servant of the game. It doesn't change what Virat has done for this country.
How do you rate Gautam? You mentioned Gautam saying, this whole emphasis on team. But when you look back at the 2 years, he too has been castigated, trolled, saying favoritism, you've dropped Rohit and Virat, you've had done politics against them and all that. But when you look at the impact, you won the Champions Trophy, you won the Asia Cup, you won the World Cup. How do you assess him?
Boria, if somebody has to have angst against Gautam, it's me. Right? I come out on his second tour or third tour when he's been the coach. And I come out of...
Can I ask you that then? Let me ask you. I have not asked you because you and I were supposed to meet in Australia, if you remember. I had said I was coming on the 22nd and we were supposed to meet in Melbourne. That retirement came as a shock to me. So two parts. You assess Gautam and say, Perth or wherever, there were catches dropped off your bowling. That backpedaling catch was dropped. Key moment in that game, you remember? You were bowling good enough for me to continue for India.
I bowled a couple of days ago. I thought I bowled pretty well in US.
Exactly. Forget US, that tour. Yeah. But my point is, how can you detach in one day? How are you telling us that, I took the call, forget. Were you not bitter? Were you not angry? Were you not frustrated? 537 wickets. This is not fair. And why would you not stay on with the team for 10 more days? Why did you have to come back?
Look, I have this conversation with my parents also. Whenever my dad's a huge well-wisher, right? And he might have some angst from the outside, right? And I think when I came back as well, he said something in the media. I've consistently told him over the last 20 years, do not talk ill of another player when I'm there in the house. And we fought over these things, right? And I have. And for a dad to talk like that is completely justified because it's not just my dream. He's lived his dream through me. So I can understand, but I keep telling him, do not talk ill of another player. The reason I say that is he's got a job to do and he's got his thinking. Gautam, the coach, has got a job to do. For in many ways, even if he thought that I must move on, or Virat must move on, or Rohit must move on, it's okay, it's fine. Because he has a job to do. And at that particular instance, if I felt bitter about it, that's also okay. Because it's my emotion. But if you detach yourself away from that, it's clear to me that he's got a job to do and maybe I do not have a future in his regime. But I have always wanted to shed ego, first thing in my life. And I'm still in the process of shedding ego. We all are human beings, it comes to us. But if you do away and detach yourself away from the I, things do make sense. Sometimes, because of the adulation we get in this country, we do end up thinking that we are invincible, which is not the case.
Lovely. Shubha, last question.
Ashbhai, I would like to, I had this question in my mind and I can't stop myself from asking this. Akash Chopra was here a couple of sessions back and he was talking about, we have not moved on from Virat Kohli's test retirement. Whenever we see the chart of highest run scorers, we don't see Virat Kohli there, 10,000 runs not completed. As someone who has promoted test cricket to the hilt from your batch, who has led you also, do you feel, Virat's 10,000 runs is a missing thing that could have been completed?
And I don't think I should have got to 619 wickets. Why would I think like that? I don't. Look, there have been several people who've told me that you could have got to 600 wickets. Right?
Even I did.
Well, it's okay. What's a big deal? It's not. It doesn't make any sense to me. And if I don't know what Virat thinks of this, but if he doesn't get to 10,000 marks and it's not there on the chart, does Virat come low in my evaluation for me? No. I think Virat is a phenomenal servant of the game. It doesn't change what Virat has done for this country. Or for that matter, what Rohit has done. These numbers are just blown out of proportion here sometimes. Why? I mean, it's your sense of identity, like I said before. The sense of you wanting to be invincible for the test of time. It's never going to happen. We are all, our time stamp living in this planet is so limited. We are all born and then we are gone, yeah. So does Don Bradman come and bother about how his records have been broken? No, he can't. He doesn't have the time. He can't now. And similarly, I think if you come to the fact, COVID was such an eye-opener. So many people that you loved and lived with didn't exist after that. If that sort of a pandemic doesn't dawn upon any sort of sense into your head, what else will? And why are we stuck? Again, it is the whole sellability bit, right? If we can sell the game, it's again, if we can sell the game in an attractive fashion, which I firmly believe we can, right? If in England, Nasser Hussain and Michael Atherton are able to sell the game, why can't we? It's just us trying to simplify it to the mass audience, right? The inability of us to be able to sell it to the mass audience is why we are selling them like how a Bollywood celebrity should be sold. Like, these are all things that can be done with the way that people understand the game. And believe you me, the next generation are not like what we saw. They do understand, but they need they can only be sold things in a very short span of time. We need to find a way to sell it to them, and they are not going to buy the celebrity culture in the future. I can vouch for it.
Extra time.
লেটেস্ট নিউজ আর এক্সক্লুসিভ ভিডিওর সঙ্গে আপডেট থাকতে এখনই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেল। বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করতে ভুলবেন না যেন।